Hey, if I disappear, I'll be right back. I'm try something.
All right, we're live, guys. I'm Full House. This is Chris and Gina. iBulldogges, the badass bulldoggers.
Oh
and,
yeah.
Every Thursday night we do this, same time, same channel. Let's see how we're gonna get started. Honestly, I was asleep. I've had a crazy day too, so I'm just shaking the cobwebs out. No coffee, just raw dogging it right now.
And we thought I was like, you know, I'm gonna get a nap in before this interview.
I had to. I was no good. I was for nothing. So you guys been bulldogging how long?
He'd been pit bulling, and then I met him, and he's like, you know what? I do like Olde English Bulldogs.
Cap. I've been doing dogs since like 97. Bulldogs probably since 2000. 2000.
Yeah.
2001, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I found oldies on Craigslist, I think in 09, right? 08, 09.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? I did.
Stop the cat.
I did.
Craigslist, huh?
Craigslist. Yeah, I didn't know what an oldie was. And I just wanted a cool bully breed, but not a pit bull. And I didn't know, anything. I just knew what an English was. And I couldn't afford that. Frenchies weren't even a thing then.
Yeah.
Still don't want them. And I saw this.
And now they're a whole nother thing.
And then I saw this oldie, and that's how it started. I found one. I loved it. I found the community. At the time, IOEBA had shows, and I would go. I was all excited. I didn't know why. I would always think, why don't these breeders that have been doing it forever go to dog shows? What's wrong with them? Now I know why.
Why is it?
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So, not to dog shows. I went to one over the weekend. Right, there was a Seeger show.
A what?
A Seeger, the European style, the Rottweiler show.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen no stuff like that. I hadn't seen that many dog shows, period. But I'm just saying that one was something else. Like, they start off on Friday night with standard evaluations. They measure the eye color, the skull ratio, all kind of stuff. Like, it was just. Before they ever did the show, it wasn't just like a beauty pageant where they prance around. They height, weight, everything. It was really cool. And then the show was like the winner ran around that ring 20 times, probably. Oh. And I don't think that's a stretch, So it was really, really cool.
So did it inspire you or not really? Yeah.
I'm that type, like, I don't want a Rottweiler. But I've wanted a Doberman for since I was a kid, and they do that. But it just because my thing with dog shows. Oh, and the other thing was the judge. They say over the loudspeaker everything the judge is saying, everything they're seeing, all their comments that this dog is long in the loin, has a high rear, the cheeks a little wet under the eye, all that stuff. Everybody hears.
We're gonna get in trouble.
Like at the end, when the one dog wins and does, or the other one doesn't, there's no question. Everybody, the whole lot knows why. So
that's actually pretty dope, though, if you think about it, because it takes a set of nuts to tell somebody something bad about their dog. It really does. As a judge, I'm telling you, when I walk up to people and I be like, "Hey, the dog lacks a little bit of type, or it is long in the body."
Yeah,
that's what you get. You get that negative feedback. So for him to be like, "Yeah, this dog is a little long in the loin. This dog's skull ratio to muzzle ratio is not correct." Like, that is pretty dope, though.
I gotta let's see if I can get it.
What are we live on? Facebook,
YouTube, and then my brother I think has it on Facebook.
Oh, okay,
cool.
I think we can get
more open. So today will be SG. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, SG is just very good.
The book says what every rating is too.
This dog has the best front in this class, in my opinion. He's got excellent width and depth of forechest.
Oh, that's the big boy, 37.
He is pink in the mouth. which is a cosmetic thing, but it's something that in the standard it's noted that
The big boy, whether you like. The big boy.
I would like him to have. For me, he's unbalanced. He's powerful through the front and he doesn't have that powerful hind quarter to match. He's a little narrow through the first and second thigh. Doesn't quite have that turner stifle. So when you see him move,
we get it. Like I said, all the hearts like. You gotta know dogs to even kind of get what they're saying, but
Yeah, I understood it.
all out in the open, I like that.
Yeah, there's no room for debate.
No, and like I said,
When you pick the winner, there's no room for debate. You know what I mean? You know why I picked it.
everybody knows.
Yeah, that one dog was nice.
They were nice. The dog that won third, the dog that won third place, not even second place, he won third place. It was because his tan points were a little muddied with black.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like I said, they quantify everything. So
right.
Yeah, I thought it was really, I really liked it.
Nice.
It was like an eye opener. Yeah. But we're getting ready to go to our first dog show here. So
what show are you going to?
Hog Wild Bully Bash.
Okay. Yeah, Ashton and JJ show.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Yeah. Is that this weekend? That's this weekend?
The 4th, the 5th, and 6th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not from here, so you can make all Arkansas jokes you want to.
I don't know any.
I know the people that throw on the show are good people.
I like Ashton. Ashton did AIs for me, stuff like that, and I learned a good bit from him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
he's a good judge.
Where are y'all from then?
California.
Oh, cool. Oh, I don't know what that's. Okay, hold on. Rams. Is that
my brother has a Ram hat. I'm a Charger fan.
Listen,
what is it then?
Hold on, time out. She likes the Cowboys, and
yeah,
they haven't won since they were on VHS.
And he's excited because Philly started winning all of a sudden. Now he thinks he's doing something.
Hey, a win's a win, right?
Philly's no joke.
Okay, but what is your hat?
That's the
Chargers.
What in California Chargers? That's what it's called.
Yeah. We're San Diego my whole life as a kid until the last 5 years. We moved to LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I joined.
Oh, look!
Samuel.
Look who decided to join us.
There we go.
Hey.
Get the line
right.
back. There we go.
All right, guys. He had to go take a. So now he's back.
Yeah. Now we're back. All right.
Big
so I got something a little different. We're gonna get to Bulldogs. I promise you. But I got something.
We don't care.
I got something a little different I want to do with you guys.
Okay.
Are you guys competitive between each other?
I always win.
She's competitive.
I always win.
We'll see.
I figured. So I was like, what can we do? AKC has 200 breeds. Right?
She's gonna win. I can tell you that right now. She's gonna name every bit of 50 of them.
I probably don't know as many as you think I do. You believe in me.
Well, there's some that so we got some are like if you know them, like you are that dude, that lady. And
multiple choice.
Oh, you get a guess, and then you will pull it up. All right.
I'm telling you, she's gonna win this.
Let's go.
She know a lot of them.
Let's see.
English Springer Spaniel.
Hold on. Time out. Hey, House.
Huh?
I'm participating too, right?
Yeah, you can play.
You got this.
That's fine.
Okay, that was my guess. Yeah, go.
What you got, Chris?
Oh, it's what she said.
Oh, it's a setter.
Oh, I don't know. I know it's
a setter.
I know it's the picture of the AKC Westminster.
Okay,
that's the dog.
Go, Samuel.
I'll get it wrong.
It is.
What the hell is that?
You were not far. You were not far off. You were close.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you, I got a box that's about this big.
I got half a point.
If it's got long hair and it ain't Bully, shit, you're better off asking her.
All right, what about this one?
I'm getting
Obviously, they're not gonna be anything easy.
I mean, this one ain't that hard. This one's not a, huh?
Is that a Belgian Malinois?
No.
Dutch Shepherd.
Oh, she got it. She got it.
That's the point. Yeah.
That's the point. That's the point.
That's 2 half a point so far.
Do I know the nickname? It's called a Dutchie. Do I get a half a point?
No.
Yeah. We'll split that one.
No, she can have it.
All right, let's see. Let me I'm not that total quick with this thing yet.
I should have
All right.
studied.
I got 5 of them.
All right.
Samoan or whatever that thing's called.
It's kind of small though.
I don't know. It's
Keishan.
Keisha? What's your name?
Keisha.
Keishound.
Oh, I was gonna say, you saw the fluffy white thing called say Keisha. That's different.
What the?
Right.
I know it's too small.
Hey,
Moist.
we just scrolled and clicked to stop it, and we picked 5. So that's the most odd one right there.
This must be a new breed right here.
Nah, it's really rare now, but it's very, very old though.
Oh, cool. Cute. All right.
Come on with the description, Samuel.
I know there's like a couple thousand left, so it's very rare.
All right, let's see.
Oldies are taking over.
All right, we'll do one more. This one might be pretty easy.
No, keep going. I like this game. The fuck is that?
It's
That's
a
a
livestock
dog.
guardian dog.
That's what happens when you get a golden retriever off of Craigslist.
Fluffy golden retriever.
Give us a clue.
I don't have a clue. Man.
It's a livestock guardian dog. It's from I think Turkey somewhere, but it's not Anatolian.
Turkish cur.
What?
What is it?
It is a.
Hold on. Oh man.
Kuvaz.
Yeah.
Kuvaz.
Yeah. I'm the weirdo too that watches the dog show on Thanksgiving. So I kind of.
I do too.
She does too.
Yeah. We're the same kind of crazy then.
But I don't think these guys make it up there. Especially not that French Spaniel.
Right. One more. We got one more.
Craigslist.
Right? They look like little mutts, kind of.
Man, that's a weenie dog to a min pin.
Right? We may not be that far off. It is.
Okay. I don't know the name. Oh, Healer. I was
It's a healer. Yeah, that's a little cattle dog.
Okay, now I can see that.
Yeah.
Lancashire.
Yeah. I
They
guess
did. They took the.
All right, you
dog
totally killed us.
and bred it with a corgi.
The Dutch
Yeah,
Spaniel.
that's what it looks like to me. A corgi.
It's in there
Dachshund
somewhere.
mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think so too.
corgi's short and long, so and then a cattle dog. Yeah.
It's got
Yeah.
nice shoulders though.
It does.
Its tan points are pretty clear.
Yeah, those are not third place 10 points.
Not muddy. Not too long.
That son bitch even got 10 ears.
Yeah, on the inside. Yeah. Let me get this off here. Hang on.
Was that a mix with a Rottweiler? What is that? All right.
That's a
Chihuahua.
Doberman. You don't like Dobermans?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So now I got a bulldog question. And this question is, yeah. Man, is your kennel and your setup in your yard where you vision being, or how many times do you have to correct course? And
It's still not perfect.
Oh, you mean the dogs or the actual cages?
Please.
I'm like, these motherfuckers redoing the kennels
Again,
every fucking week.
I'm redoing them right now. Not the concrete, but I'm redoing some other stuff out there.
yeah,
I mean, it's a progressive thing. You know what I mean? Same thing with dogs. It's a pursuit of perfection. So you're gonna think that you're close, and then we go to a show and we see a dog, and it's like, oh shit, I'm way off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All, you know what I mean? Or you make a dog like, we'll just take Rocky for an example, and it's like, yeah, he's everything I want, but damn, I wish I could. Yeah, I wish he had a little bit more up, a forearm, or I wish he had a little bit shorter muzzle, or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the perfection that we're after, which you can talk to anybody who's bred dogs for any amount of time. Ain't nobody ever achieved it.
Yeah.
So it's insanity in a sense. You know what I mean?
And I think when you have so many dogs and you think, oh, I need to incorporate tight skin or head type or muscle, then you'll start breeding to maybe more American or English or whatever. And so your overall dogs is just kind of like always shifting. And the ultimate goal is to create something better in time, but not right now. These are all.
So you have to, when you're breeding dogs, you got to play chess, not checkers. Mm-hmm. So, you can't breed these two dogs thinking it's going to be the end product. You can breed these two dogs knowing that it's going to make a dog that's good for Rocky, because Rocky has good hips, he has good muscle, he has good shoulders, he has tight skin, he has a big head, but I need more forearm and I want a shorter muzzle. So I bred these two dogs together to create that girl that will go to Rocky. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, they breed one generation at a time. I try to breed 2 and 3 generations at a time. Now, I'm not saying that when they grow up, she's going to be the perfect dog for Rocky. But in theory, I bred these two dogs to create a girl to breed to Rocky.
Right.
Also, everybody has to breed what's right in front of them in one generation at a time, because nobody has 30 dogs, so that's just the way it goes, unless you have a full-blown kennel, and it's a lot of work. Yeah, so it's always evolving, I guess, or progressing. Like for instance, a couple of years ago, we had a lot of dope dogs that were very tight-skinned, big heads, and muscled up. But we needed more bone, for instance. So then now Eeyore's here. So we start breeding those females to Eeyore, get that bone in, and the dogs just kind of look in between Eeyore and all that muscly, like maybe Blue Dream type stuff. So, and all those adolescents right now are growing up, and
Eeyore is a monster. At least from the pictures and the videos, that is a monster.
Oh, he's crazy. He's way cooler in person. Like, it's so hard to show in a video or a picture like how awesome a dog is. So,
and he's got a story behind him too. What is it?
Yeah, he's super cute.
Or he got pulled out into the woods and basically mauled by a pack of coyotes. So they ate his ears off. He doesn't have any ears. They ate him off, and they messed up his eye. And Chad, who actually produced him and raised him, took him to the vet, and the vet was like, I don't think I can save him. He was like, well, listen, try your best. If he makes it through the night, hey, it was meant to be. And he did. He made it. And even now, it doesn't affect him. Like
they said also his whole scalp was ripped off, not just his ears.
I mean,
he does kind of have some crazy looking scars,
I mean, the thing about him though is it didn't affect who he became. I mean, he might be a little hyper vigilant when it comes to certain sounds, but that's about it. He's super playful with my kids. He loves people.
He's sweet.
He's a really sweet dog for what he went through, and that's a testament to his temperament. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so cool.
But see, dogs like him, like for an example, everybody, they get tripped out on how big he is, on his bone, but I get tripped out on he can throw the first angle in a hip. The first, there's 3 angles in the rear. His first angle on almost every single one of his puppies has been dead on the money. So a lot of people, they get oohed and out about his bone or his head or his mass and stuff like that, where people like myself and like Chad, we're really intrigued by him because that first angle is dead on the money almost every time. Now, I'm not actually breeding to a dog who got no angles.
What he's talking
That's
about.
hard to see a little bit in videos when he's walking and stuff, for me.
Yeah, he's talking about like how the tail leaves the body, So is it like this of him? If this is the back and this is like the butt, a Doberman's like this, right? Like this. And Eeyore's goes like this. It like gradually goes down, and then
it has that angle, the first angle. So the thing is, what people don't understand, I don't care how good second angle is, third angle. If one angle is out of whack, just like being out of square, you know what I mean? You can overcompensate, but it's still there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he throws the first angle pretty damn good, and he's got really good upper thigh. So that's the intriguing part about a dog that massive. He has a really good rear set, which you don't really see in a dog that's 112 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
moves great.
He can jump in the car, jump out the car.
Runs,
I don't need to pick his big ass up.
I can. A lot of times they just won't. I'm like, get in the let's go.
Yeah, Rolls Royce is 111 pounds, and he looks like a straight up English Bulldog in person. And when we went to that meet and greet, we have a Suburban. I said, let's go. He jumps right up. I ain't picking his big ass up. You got me. Fuck. I'll pick up, like today when we did the C-section, she was like 90-something pounds. I picked her up because I don't expect her to jump up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rocky can jump in and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, thankfully, I got pockets to this point.
Oh, we got
So you can pick them up.
Yeah, I can pick them up. Yeah. I had to last week.
Yeah, we were watching that. Actually, we're taking our grandson to halfway to Tennessee, so we put on your video to see what we were in for.
Yeah.
Watch it on YouTube. You know, watch
What'd
TV.
you think?
It was good. I liked it. I like Tony. He's really cool, really sweet, and
Yeah.
That's what every man
Yeah.
wants to hear.
well, you know what I mean. He's a
Right.
nice person.
Yeah.
What
That
is
is
he?
cute.
He's a nice person, you know.
Oh,
And,
he's a good dude.
yeah, I like him. So
Yeah, Tony's dope.
for a long time, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't known him that long, but every time we talk, whatever, like it's like that. So
Yeah, he's real
yeah.
cool.
So I know that I heard you say before that a kennel should never be like built on one dog's back, which I agree with. However, I have a question. Who was the dog that made you say, yeah, I'm on the right track? Like, I'm not crazy. I can do this. We can do this. Like, what dog was that?
Are you asking me? And I think it happens a lot. It happens for him all the time.
Well, since you guys kind of started, and I'm asking both, like who?
I mean,
was
but
that?
there's more than one dog. Like for me, you know,
Or what was the breeding? What was the one that said that you said like
it's never just one breeding. You know what I mean? It's like if you ever seen cornstarch in person, you would have been. To me, it's a feeling that I get. It's not about what somebody thinks about the dog. It's not about how much the dog is worth. It's when I look at him and I'm proud. That's what it is. That's what it is for me. You know, because if it came down to popularity, it would be Bear. I've never had a dog that was more popular in all my life. I mean, literally, when I would walk the dog, it was like I had Michael Jackson on a goddamn leash. Bro, it was the craziest shit I've ever seen. People would flock to me. Can I take pictures with him? Can I take pictures with him? You know what I mean?
It was crazy.
I mean, he was a massive, massive dog. He was like 150.
He was like having a bear on a leash.
And he literally had the biggest head I've ever seen. We had to have a special collar made for him. That was a belt, like a human belt that went around his neck because he couldn't put a choke chain over his head. You know, but then, you know, when I look at it, I like, oh, he's an amazing, crazy animal. But in the back of my mind, I think I didn't produce him. So, fuck, I wish I produced him. You know what I mean? Just so. But then when I have dogs like Kaiser, we produce Kaiser. We produce Rolls Royce. We produce Rocky. Cornstarch. It's so many dogs that we've produced over the years. One dog doesn't take the cake for me anymore.
No.
And as cool as one dog might be, he's going to see everything that he doesn't like about that dog. And it's never going to be the same things that everybody likes or dislikes about dogs. You know, he has his own reasons why dogs don't work. So, for instance, he's talking about Bear. You know, Bear's front was off. Bear was long back. His rear wasn't all that. But with him, we made Kaiser, and Kaiser was pretty awesome.
That's the black dog in the all the stuff, right? With the little stuff,
Yeah.
right?
The big drool and
Yeah. Okay.
he's just a dope dog, just a dope ass bulldog. Beautiful, perfect temperament. He was about 140 pounds. Yeah, where Bear was bigger than that, you know.
Awesome. So what's it? Okay, look, the way I see it, I might be crazy. I preface all my questions with I might be crazy.
No, you're good.
Is I see you guys and one or two other kennels as like like Ford and Chevy. Like you guys are kind of one of the places where all the dogs seem to come from. You know what I mean? And, like whenever I come across a dog that I like, you guys always seem to be in the pedigree somewhere.
Thank you.
And I think that's dope. Like I said, I'm the kind I'd rather talk to you than talk about you. And I can't ever seem to talk Bulldogs too long without your guys' name coming up. You know what I mean? That's I asked that to circle back, right? Because I think I asked my other question not the right way. I have this thing where I'll try stuff. I'll try something. I'll just see whatever. I might be crazy, but we're gonna try it. And there's a moment where, to me, it's kind of proven. Okay, I'm not crazy after all.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Yeah. So, there's a moment, like I said, when I realized that I'm not crazy and that my homework is paid off and everything like that. And I was wondering what that moment was for you guys. That moment. Maybe not the dog, but the moment.
Oh my God. I thought, well,
I'm gonna tell you what that moment is for me. You're gonna think I'm retarded.
You're gonna say something sentimental.
Nah.
So, are that?
There's a good friend of mine. You know, some people know him, some people don't. Named Malik Lasour. It was me, Malik,
Dog Time
Kennels, Joey Rita, all that. We all. I came up under them guys, and he said to me, 20-some years ago, he's like, "Brah, you got them show dogs. My dogs are for show, like to show off. To when you walk that dog down the street, motherfucker literally stop the car and say, yo, what kind of dog that is? Where you get it from?" The very first time that happened with a dog that I was proud of and I produced it, I knew I was on the right track right then and there. It has nothing to do with one person. It was just, you know, when I walked, all right, so long story short, I bought Dollar from Malik, and the dude was, he was fucking phenomenal. And when I went into the park to walk in, they was like, damn, my man got Arnold on a leash. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah. But, you know, you kind of like it because you're getting that attention from a dog that you admire yourself. You know what I mean? And so for me, when I made a dog that stopped traffic, it was like, yeah, I like this. I can get addicted to this. This is what I like. Because it's not about a ribbon for me. It's not about a trophy for me. It's not about, you know, Sam saying, yo, I really like your dog. It's not about that. It's not about my peers telling me. It's about a complete stranger stopping me like, damn, where you got that motherfucker at? I made it. Oh, can you make another one? You know what I mean? At that moment, I was like, hell yeah. That's me. That's me though. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I can't even say for me.
How she married me? Come on now, girl.
I think that's a double-edged sword because, you kind of get submerged into really nice dogs, maybe, or someone who understands dogs. But at the same time, the more he understands, the less I'm learning because he would just kind of take the wheel. And so I thought how unfortunate that literally everybody else can almost learn more on the job than I can besides whelping puppies and selling puppies. That's what I was doing. So production wise, I think it was just more difficult. It took a lot longer. You know, like when people talk about imposter syndrome, it was almost like that, like a battle within for 10 years until finally one day I realized I didn't have to have everybody like me. I didn't understand why people didn't like me or us, and I think I was always just trying to figure that out or make them understand or, well, no, we're good people. And me trying to earn or win their acceptance or approval, that's dumb. And then eventually I realized that, and I don't need to win a ribbon and I don't need someone to say, hey, cool dog or not, or great dog or shitty dog, or look at your dog. You know, when all of that doesn't mean anything, then maybe you finally make it. But for me, it does take a long time because I feel like I'm learning a little bit of everything at all the time, where I can't say I just want to accomplish one thing and I feel great about it. One dog, one at one moment, one national win, or at one moment where I've got all the attention, and mind you, anytime you win or accomplish something, it's almost worse because then more people kind of come at you in a hateful way, you know? And I think just having such sound business and our customers and people that we actually do work with.
No, her, tell her, relax.
Just they are maybe brought me that approval or that self-assurance that we are doing a good job, you know, because the community damn sure ain't, you know, so. But I think like we've have the most customer satisfaction than anybody out there, I'm sure, you know. So, and that just speaks volumes, and everybody's repeat customers. And, yeah. So and of course I like attention too, you know. So I love having the big badass dogs. The crazier, the bigger, the better. Like Kaiser, Rolls Royce, Eeyore, you know, any dog like that I could take out. I mean, everybody's gonna flock to you and be like, "What the fuck is that?" And then that's an opportunity to talk to them about an Olde English Bulldogge, you know.
Right.
So
Tail or no tail?
Off with their tails.
No, she likes tails.
I like them.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing worse than trying to drive down the road. Hitting that motherfucker, hit that damn plastic all day.
He's sensitive to noise.
Yeah, I am. Honestly, I am.
But I think we started importing dogs. We got Dollar, he had a full tail, and Godzilla, he had a full tail, and there was just something about it that was super cool. So I want to say that was in 2017. I started keeping tails. And nobody really was at the time. Oh, someone commented.
Hey, I know.
Nobody really was at the time. So it was kind of like scary, but I was like, fuck it. You know, way back in the day, I cropped an Oldie's ears too. I loved it. Actually, he got it done for me for Valentine's Day.
Hey,
I was like, yay, so excited.
I've been saying I'm going to do that one of these days.
We have a couple customers that have. We have a couple customers that have. You know, it's cool if you want to do it.
Yeah.
We've done a few of them over the years. I mean, it's cool.
I don't know where I get the idea from, but I, for some reason, can picture myself growing up thinking bulldogs had cropped ears. I don't know where that thought.
They were always flapped back.
You're gonna have to wait.
You know, when their ears are back, they kind of look cropped.
Yeah.
Lay down, mommy. Lay down.
You want me to go put her?
Yeah, but one of these days is gonna be one of the big old round head jokers.
I think. Oh, you'll have to look up one of my old dogs, Billy Ocean. She had a really cool head, and she had a fade. It was very nice. Let me go put this on.
What was her registered name?
Something Billy Ocean.
iBulldogges, Saints and Sinners, what?
Saints and Sinners.
Come on.
Billy Ocean.
Go.
But you can type Gina Baltimore, Billy Ocean.
Go.
Okay.
This dog's waking up.
So how do you decide when to keep the tail versus when to chop it off? Like, what's the
So, like, we just had this litter yesterday.
Today.
I'm sorry. We had that litter today, and she's not going to go.
See puppies.
Do you want me to
If she lays down, they want to see a puppy.
All right, we'll get some. They're
so-
off the chain.
So, like, for me, snip, I'll cut them off. But if they're like perfectly straight and nothing wrong with them, she'll keep them. That's what she does.
Mm.
With me, I'm not a fan because, like I said, I'm sensitive to sound. So when you hear that for 20 minutes, it's like, my man, listen, it ain't a regular snip now. It's an amputation. Let me cut that fucker off. You know what I mean? Because man, it's kind of hard when you have a tail, you don't notice it. Then you go to a dog with no tail, and then go back to a dog with a tail. Oh, you notice it.
Yeah.
Damn, shut up, right? Now, mind you, before you see these puppies, they're like literally fucking 4 or 5 hours old.
Ooh,
I think the tail, if you have a really bully dog, if you have a really bully dog and you have a tail too, I think that's the ultimate flex. So I love keeping tails. Female.
There we go.
These are Nico puppies.
Trolls.
Oh, trolls.
That's the big red boy, huh?
Yeah, blue fawn. He's blue fawn.
Blue fawn? Yeah.
Yeah, so these are all mostly blue fawn. These are brindle.
Yeah, I like the white head. I'm a sucker for white heads. I just am.
Yeah, I like them too.
A lot of people hate them, but
Well, no, you know the funny part, I learned the hard way. This is considered pieball.
Look at
Yeah.
there. Look at there.
yeah.
Now, I grew up in an era where the dog had to be half white to be considered piebald. And
Yeah.
then when I started breeding like Rolls Royce to dogs who had white heads, I'd get a whole white litter. And then I did some homework, and basically this is considered a pieball.
Yeah, this will produce a lot of white, which
like if I took it and bred the Rolls Royce, I get all whites.
7 puppies, 2 girls, and 5 boys, of course. But look, this one has a little
Kink
kink.
tail, so that's coming off.
Oh yeah.
This one's kinked too, but a lot of them are full tails. So
Yeah.
see. We'll see. The
Is the
bulldog
kink just
tend to have a kinked tail.
is the kink just a curve in the tail that goes down like how it should?
Nah, that's
Is that what you mean?
Oh, look, it's kink. This is
All
kink.
right.
See how it balls up.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it corkscrews in.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Dude.
So I'll just take him to the vet and have him snipped off.
Man, I made the mistake the last time of trying to do it myself. And you know what? It didn't
If
go
you do
bad.
them young enough, like the problem here, like when we lived in Texas, we get a C-section and they'd cut them off right then and there, dew claws and the tails, because I don't really like taking the puppies. So here, I worked at a vet for almost 8 years, something like that, 7, 8 years. Nobody goes to the doctor because they're healthy. You know what I mean? So when dogs are going to the vet, 90% chance they're sick.
Yeah.
Now you're bringing a 3-day-old puppy back to the vet. I mean, there's a possibility of exposure. You know what I mean? So
us growing up, to take a dog to the vet, he had to be ready to die. You know what I mean? It had to be bad.
How many did you get? Oh, there was 7.
Oh yeah.
I already
So-
told him 2 girls and 5 boys.
Right there.
I told him. I read that already.
Oh, so what we would do in Texas is we would do the C-section, cut the tails, dew claws, and take them home.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go back to the vet. Here, Virginia's a tad bit weird. You gotta wait 3 to 5 days.
Had to
They
drive
won't-
an hour and a half just to get that C-section.
So yeah, that's the one thing I would tell. People always ask, "What's the one thing one advice that you would give somebody?" Now, this is coming from someone who had basically the keys to a veterinarian's office. Like she'll tell you, I could walk right into the back door, have the dog upside down, intubated. He would come in, cut her, and then walk right back out. I'd finish it. I mean, he would sew her back up. Let's make sure that's understood. But I would have to take care of the puppies.
Open the puppies, wake up.
And he
the
would
mom.
leave. Like he wouldn't leave, but I'm saying he could leave, where here we called yesterday. She was 63 days yesterday. Her numbers were a 7. Oh, we're not going to do it. All right. Well, we'll schedule it for tomorrow. All right. Well, she's a 6.6 today. We're still not going to do it, but
Well, they'll say, "Oh, well, we already have surgery scheduled for tomorrow." Well, what do you want me to do? I don't know what day she's going to go on.
yeah. So the moral of my story is make sure when you move somewhere, I bet you're learning that too, moving from Cali to Arkansas, make sure there's vets in place that you can relate to or talk to. You know what I mean? They're not just another stupid breeder. You know what I mean? That's kind of how they are here.
We had dogs in California, but we didn't breed anything.
Oh, okay.
So this
Yeah,
is
like if we was in Texas, like I'm actually going to Texas to get some stuff done, and that's just because I have it so good at the vets in Texas. There's 2 vets that I deal with in Texas, and I have no problems, like none. I can walk in with no nothing, and I'm next on the list. So here, you can schedule a C-section, and they're like, "Well, she didn't have them, so let's check the schedule and see if we're available tomorrow."
yeah.
Like, how's that work? You know what I mean?
Especially if you've been going there the whole time through the pregnancy. You know what I mean? You can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's just odd to me, right?
Like now
I mean, it's like even like women, like, oh, my due date's the 1st of January. Well, it's the 25th, and it seems like we're ready to go. Oh no, we won't be back until the 1st. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's terrible. Anytime you might need an emergency C-section, I mean, you're going to spend a few grand. Yeah. And it's crazy.
I've never been to an emergency vet and walked out like, oh, I'm glad I did this. It was always like $700 and there's nothing we can do. Wait and see. Like, or one time I spent $700 and I didn't leave there with my dog.
Yeah.
Without going too far.
And that's not a bad bill right there, because
He left without his dog.
well, I'm saying sometimes it's 10,000.
Right.
13.
Yeah, they go, we won't charge you anymore. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
Or she got hit by a road got hit. You know what I mean?
Go.
Oh, they had her in some kind of box to help her breathe. Oh,
Yeah.
they said all that. So I'm like,
Right.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I thank. I thank the vets that I worked with in Texas. They did teach me medicine. They did teach me a lot of stuff, and I taught them reproduction. So it was a trade-off. And in the end, I have a good knowledge of medicine, really good knowledge of medicine, how to use it, when to use it. And, you know, it's definitely paid off. I promise you. I mean, but a lot of times people won't do what it takes. I went and I worked for him for free. She'll tell you I worked for free for like 7 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't work every single day. Now, don't get it wrong.
I've learned a lot just from the crumbs you dropped. And I know that's all it is, the crumbs you dropped. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not that. It's like a lot of times people will call me and ask me, hey, man, I got this going on. All right, well, that's something, you know, I can help you with easy. But, you know, I don't have the same demographic. Demographically, there's different things that arise constantly. Like here, it's moist here. So, you know, we get Giardia quite a bit here. We get Coccidia here because it's always like it rained all day today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there'll be little puddles of water outside, and there's a lot of deer outside. So then you have to be careful of lepto. Where in Texas, in the summer, when it rains, it's dry by the time it's done drying. I mean, raining. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about that. But you got to worry about rattlesnakes in Texas. So you see what I'm saying? Each demographic has a little bit of its own, you know, I don't know what the word is, but it has its own challenges. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know where you. I mean, granted, I know you live in Arkansas, but you know, if you just said, "Hey, man, so and so, how do you use so and so? What are you using that for?" I mean, I need some context.
Yeah.
So, I don't have a problem helping people. My only concern with helping people is they never listen.
I always listen.
No, I'm just saying, like, she'll tell you.
To those
They'll
people,
call me like, hey, man, I got this going on. Oh, that's easy fix. Just do this and this. They'll call back 2 days later. What did you say to do again? Because it's not going away.
those are assholes. ASKHOLE.
Assholes. I like that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they ask everything, but they don't listen.
Right.
That's
And then if you're gonna ask the question, not only do you gotta listen, you gotta tell the whole story. No matter how like whatever detail you might be embarrassed of, whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta put it out there.
I mean, I don't have no shame in my game, and I'll tell anybody that. Like, I've lost dogs that were due to stupidity. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being dead honest. We had a really nice dog here, and I distinctly told my mom, "Hey, Mom, I'm leaving. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't touch the dogs."
Mm-hmm.
What's my mom do?
Touch the
This
dog.
motherfucker goes outside and fucking power washes. I can power wash and she can power wash. My mom can't power wash. Dog overheated, trying to go ape shit. And she didn't even pay attention. She just kept on going, I guess. You know what I mean? Turned around.
Yeah.
There she goes. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it happens to the best of us. But don't be ashamed. You can't learn from something you don't tell anybody about.
Right.
You know, I learn shit all the time. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just even when I do a C-section, every different vet has a little different way of doing things.
My bad, Samuel. He's been ready for.
Oh,
hey.
Was I not there?
Huh?
Was I not there?
Yeah, you were there the whole time.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
I'm confused right now. All right.
You got you.
Oh, all of a sudden we're like,
What are we talking about? What are you talking about? What I missed?
Talking about C-sections.
Rams suck.
Rams are the best. Come on, man. Rams are the best team. What you talking about?
Nah, I think the Eagles, they proved that wrong this year.
I think they got lucky in the snow, but we're not gonna get into that.
Here we go. All right, I'll let you have that. It's your show, so.
It's your show.
No.
The vet we normally go to, they don't. Yeah, I don't know if it's just Arkansas or you guys run into this kind of stuff there too. But like on Thursdays, the vet's not in the office. I don't know where he's at.
It's a sale barns. No, I know it because one of my vets in Texas.
That sounds about right.
He's closed every Thursday, and he's got his arm up some cow's ass all day Thursday.
Okay, so Rosalinda, we got to get this done today because she's outside nesting and all that. So we got to go. So I'm not going to get caught up at night. So we go to the vet in another town, and the C-section, everything was okay, everything went good. But the way he stitched her back up, he like overlapped it instead of buttoning it up.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay. I don't know. At this point, I know nothing. Now I know, right?
It's all right. As long as fresh skin touch fresh skin, that's all it matters.
Well, they busted. Yeah. Okay, this was Thursday. She got the C-section. On Sunday morning, they busted.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So 3, 4 days. She tried to jump on the couch. You know what I mean? She got away from
She
me.
should have been semi-closed up a little bit in 4 days.
Yeah, well.
She wasn't.
Anyway, so
no
now,
guts came out. Anything come out?
There was some guts out.
Did they cut some of the intestines out when they put it back in?
Tripas.
They didn't say they did.
Right?
They said they sewed the perineum.
Tripas?
Yeah, that's that's
Yeah,
like
the
the
tripas came out. Ugh.
Yeah.
the perineum is like it looks like cheesecloth.
Yeah, the webbing type of But anyway, so and then they said, "Oh well, we never sew them back up like that. We always butt it up."
I mean, I've seen it both ways. I prefer flesh to flesh, and they go inside where there's no.
Where were you when this was going on? No,
But the thing is the cool part is now that you've learned, you know. I used to write everything down, so a lot of people always wanted to know how I learned medicine. It was a 2-part process. When I started dogs, I was absolutely broke. Like, I have no shame in my game. I lived in a car with a dog before, you know what I mean? And so anytime I went to the vet, I had to write down.
Yeah.
So it had yellow mucus. With the yellow mucus, I was given this. It had white mucus. I was given this. When the dog was coughing, that was called kennel cough. And if I don't fix it, secondary infection can be this, or this. Like, I wrote a lot of stuff down. So when it came 10 years later in the dogs, and it's like, oh, the dog got kennel cough, give it doxycycline, he'd be fine. You know what I mean? It's just, if you can write it down the first time you experience it, the second time it won't be a shock. You can go back in your book because it might not happen again for another 10 years. But if you remember it,
well, 10 years, the medication might be different too.
Yeah. I mean, there might be, but they have like generation 1, generation 2. I think cephalexin is generation 3, but most of the old medicine still works. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So I got a question about that.
Yeah.
So you have a C-section done, right?
Yeah.
Is it like safe to go back to like say like a natural birth? Can you go back and forth if you do a C-section? Should you just ride out with a C-section? All you know what I mean?
Well, I've done them both ways.
You can do anything.
Okay.
So the uterine wall is, so if you ever notice, some dogs won't come back in the heat exactly at 6 months. Have you ever noticed that? So sometimes the reason why that is the case is because the uterine wall is not completely repaired. It's not 100%, and her body knows that. Or you'll breed her and she don't take. Well, her body wasn't quite ready to be receptive to have another litter. You know what I mean? The body is a very magical thing, just like it is in your body. You know what I mean? Like, for an example, your liver can repair itself after so long. See what I'm saying? You can live with 1 kidney. And when you get a kidney transplant, they don't take the old kidney out. They leave it in there and they put a 3rd one in. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. My uncle has 4 kidneys. That's the only reason I know. So, but it withers up and dies eventually because it's not being used.
Yeah.
And instead of risking it, cutting it out and blah, 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 they leave it in there. They don't take them out. So it's the same thing in dogs. It's the same thing in humans. They know when they're ready.
So the reason that you have a C-section, this litter or this go around is not going to come up every time you have a puppy, every time you have a litter. So for instance, the dog that we had a C-section with today, she's had one other litter and she had her whole litter natural. And then the last puppy was this big giant ass male, right? Yeah. And she's not passing it. Like, I barely can touch it with my finger. Like, it's not happening. Go in for a C-section. By the time all that happens, the puppy's dead. So this time we didn't want to take a chance. I like natural birth. He can't stand it. So if it's up to him, always a C-section. Yeah,
I'm always going to take the C-section route. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people would tell you I do this for the passion. Well, go watch Passion of Christ then, goddammit. Listen, I do this for the money just as much as the passion.
Right.
No one does it for free.
It's funny that you say that.
Nobody goes in business to break even.
Well, listen, I don't. She'll tell you.
It's not about the money. He really
Yeah.
wants the opportunity to see every puppy and make sure that
They
he can lose
live.
the best one.
Yeah, that's what it is for me. It ain't because if the first puppy gets stuck and she has 8 puppies, now you got 8 dead puppies. We got
And a full price emergency C-section.
facts.
That's why we do it.
So here, she had all of them, but the last one got stuck. Not today, but the last time she had a litter. I say you only lost 1 puppy. You got very lucky. You know what I mean? And like for an example, Bobby Cason, he just had a C-section off of Boom Boom. I never heard this, but he was like, "Hey, we got to do a C-section." I was like, "I thought we were doing one anyway." He was like, "Oh, both first puppies and both uterine horns are breached." I said, "Damn, what kind of sonogram you vet got?"
You know that? Yeah. Very valuable information, sir.
When he told me that, I was like, "Damn, I ain't never heard." But exactly what I'm saying. A lot of people think
he did have some complicated ass images he sent us.
Bro, them shit, I never seen nothing like it. But that's where people fail to understand that I learned something. That's Bobby's first litter, and I learned something from him. I'm not oblivious to learning anything. You can teach me something, I can teach you something. And it's not about, how long somebody's been doing dogs, because I did not know they could take images of fucking puppies and know that they were going to be breached.
Yeah.
That was a new one to me. And he was like, "Oh, they're both breaching both horns." I was like, "Damn." I'm calling my vet like, "You need to get whatever you got."
Right.
I can't even get a C-section. This dude gets images that tells him he needs a C-section.
3D. Yeah. That's
It's gonna be a girl.
Yeah.
Practically.
Maybe sightings for dogs.
So, and it all comes down to just not being. I was told a long time ago what's gonna always keep me at the top or towards the top was humility. Never think you know everything. Never think you're better than anybody, and always be willing to take advice from anyone.
Yeah.
And when you're wrong, be a man and own up to it. Like, "Oh fuck, that shit didn't work."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can put 2 dogs.
Don't blame somebody else if something don't work.
We can put 2 amazing dogs together, and it'd be an absolute trash box. Or we can put 2 shitty. I mean, some of the best dogs I've ever seen grow up were, "Oh man, why you let her get pregnant by him?" You know what I mean? And they grow up like, "Well, damn, how come I didn't breed them 2 together?" Now you want to take the credit because it's an amazing dog.
Yeah. Professionals built the Titanic, but an amateur built an ark.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy too. You know what I mean?
Never heard that before.
I've been holding it. It's been in the back pocket.
Your brother got all this stuff in his pocket.
He's gotta remind you that he's Mr. Miyagi and you're wax on, wax off.
Uh-huh.
Let's see what else we got. So C-section this time doesn't necessarily mean C-section next time.
No,
Right.
it's not like it weakens.
Well, they say that with women too. Once you have a C-section, you have to have C-sections. That's not true.
I've had a dog who's had a C-section.
It's easier for the vet, for the OB-GYN to schedule C-sections so that he doesn't have to stand by the phone, But yeah, you can go back and forth. He just prefers C-sections. I like live births.
Yeah, it freaks me out.
But how can you really enjoy it when he's over here pacing right behind you the whole time?
Is it a boy?
You in the mall.
Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Is it a dog?
like 101 Dalmatians.
Is it bully? I promise you, I'm bad, man.
He's annoying.
Yeah, we have we have dachshunds, so they do it, and they birth natural. So by the time we got to bulldogs, I had already seen the process a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's part of the blessing of starting off with something small like that. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you like them? We just got some Pekingese, so we'll see how that goes.
I'm gonna show you how to do C-sections. This is what happens. This is what happens when someone tries to let their dog go natural.
What is it? You can't tell.
Can you see what it is?
It's too bright.
I see something looks graphic. I can't exactly make it out.
That's what it is.
Hold on.
You trying to get me snatched off of YouTube?
Ew.
Let's see.
It looked like a green uterus.
It's a uterus that exploded.
I'm gonna say it look like a fish.
That literally it exploded, and the puppies were floating in the dog's body. And the dog lived.
Okay, so something I seen for you guys that had me scratching my head was I seen you guys had a live birth, and the puppies came out, and the cord was disconnected.
Yeah, that happens all the time. I think because the puppies are so big, the vaginal canal is so tight that as they're coming out, it's just ripping off. No sack, no nothing.
That's crazy. They're peeled already.
They're already ready to go.
I mean, literally, this is a true story. We was in Texas. We were driving to the vet to get a C-section because we thought the puppy was stuck. You could see its tail or its arm. I can't remember. Probably it was stuck in the canal for maybe 35 to 40 minutes. And when it came out, it was alive. And that's when we found out that it could stay in the it was Tony. Remember, she was giving birth in the back seat. And
that was our first litter ever together then.
Yeah, it literally, and the puppy, I was like, oh, that's, I mean, what was your first reaction? Oh, that John's a goner, you know what I mean? No, he was alive when it came out. I was like, ain't no way. I'm driving. Ain't no way.
We've had some, I mean, we've had a lot of losses, but we've had dogs sitting in the vaginal canal for hours and still be alive. If everything's still connected.
Yeah. I remember that
they can still breathe.
We whelped a litter for somebody. It was a bully, and they had a big old bubble coming out of her vagina. Like the sac didn't rupture yet. I was like, no, wait till we get to the vet. I kept holding it in there so it wouldn't pop. And when we got to the vet, he popped it and pulled it out.
I've had that happen with dachshunds before.
Just sticking it, a little bubble, a green bubble.
Right.
Like a big ass snot bubble.
No.
And it was the first litter we had. So this is the first time going through this. And it
lived, right?
And it was the first puppy. So
did it live?
Yeah, it lived. It was nothing, but I hadn't seen any of this
freaky looking.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And so that was I was like, what? And then
like an alien.
My wife and my son, I was like, well, go get whatever so we can go to the vet. You know what I mean? And as soon as everybody left the room, but me, she pushed it on out. I think she just
wait till you get one of them moms that have a C-section when they have reverse reaction to the gas. Wait till you get one of them. You're gonna be like, woo! Let me go out here. I'll come back in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Smooth up.
Yeah. I'm that. I got a wisdom tooth pulled, and when they woke me up, I took off. I was down the street. I was gone.
Oh.
And I'm big enough that no one was stopping me. I was out of there.
Were you naked?
Who gets their fucking wisdom teeth?
I don't know. That just sounds funny. In the hospital, yeah.
No, the dentist office. I just woke up and I was gone. Like I was down the street. I had to call my dad. Yeah. So the move from Texas to Virginia, besides the weather, how is it different?
The vet scene sucks here.
Yeah, we've lost the dogs here that we would have never lost in Texas.
Yeah, as hot as it was in Texas, I never lost a dog. Never lost a dog from the heat. Maybe one because someone doesn't know how to use an air conditioner in a car.
You're an idiot, bro. Because
listen,
when he keeps buying me busted ass beaters, he doesn't want me to go to the dog show, right? But I want to go. Because he buys me busted ass beaters, blows his hair all the fucking time, and then blames me for the piece of shit car you get me.
Come on, man. You know how you get in the SUVs? They have the air conditioning controls in the back.
Yeah.
Right? This one. Oh, I thought it was on air conditioner. She had the heat on.
Anyway, that wouldn't happen in a decent car.
She what's that little thing? My easy bake oven, the fucking English Bulldogge over here. That's the only dog we lost in Texas. All jokes aside, good heat ever. Now I think we lost one that got bit by a black widow spider or something like that. He went like paraplegic. Remember, it was one of Cherry's puppies.
Yeah, it was a weird.
It literally could only move his head. It was the weirdest. It was perfectly fine in the morning, and then when we went and checked on him at night, he could only move his head. He was like nothing worked.
Yeah, we were trying. We had him in diapers. We were giving him steroids or no.
Yes.
Sometimes when dogs have really weird symptoms that are neurologic and you give them antibiotics, they get better. So I think we were trying that.
Oh, clindamycin.
And we just eventually had to put him down.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are very few, dog losses that we ever had in Texas.
Here, first week we were here, we lost Mabel. Like the very first
Iron
week,
Maiden.
Iron Maiden. We lost her. Acute pancreatitis is what we were told.
From eating a frog.
Eating frogs, which is weird because she ate frogs in Texas all the time.
They got
Maybe they got different frogs.
there though, right?
Yeah, she was a really nice dog, and she was tried. She was our only try, and this was the same day we had to euthanize Kaiser. So it was like just 2 dogs at the same day. It was just.
Kaiser made it to Virginia.
Yeah, he made it here.
Oh,
Yeah, we had him for a few months.
Hey, I'm just glad that y'all interact like that. It makes me know me and my wife aren't the only ones. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro, this is easy.
Every husband's annoying, not just you.
Yeah, that's it right there. Look, see. There's my conscience right there.
Hey, listen, and that's what I got over here. Why are you doing that? Why is she here? Why are you doing that? That's my wife.
So together, you guys are iBulldogges.
Well, we're getting away from the name iBulldogges.
Okay, well, let me we'll go. And Chris was BulkyBuilt since pimping, right? And then you are now pulling the Saints and Sinners label back out, right? Or am I missing something?
Yeah,
No, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Annoying, right? Like, ugh.
Listen, I got it joint tattooed on my body. I've had it tattooed on my body for years.
Right.
Like, this is who I am.
And this is what I'm gonna say. So I started Saints and Sinners. I had a couple of oldies at this point, and then just one day it was like probably 6 a.m, and I know it was like time to wake up, and I was just like thinking in my head, Saints and Sinners. That's what I'm gonna name my kennel. Get married, and he wants to like crush your dreams and make you get rid of all your dogs because they ain't shit, and fuck your name, right?
And Jones was no tails.
They could run really fucking fast, bro.
Yo, they was fast, all right. Dog bowl.
Hey, that's the dogs that can jump a 6-foot fence. Oh God, why do people say that?
Some of them.
It was cool. I mean, they were just random smorgasbord dogs. You know, one breeder would like send me this dog, and we were gonna do a deal. That was probably the best one. That black tri, and I think we sold it. We had a black tri from like Mike Tucker.
No, it was a blue brindle bitch.
No, not her. Not her. That was not her.
Bro, listen, when I got to the house, she had so we met halfway.
Stupid.
We met halfway, and I let her take cornstarch.
And your daughter.
Oh yeah. Anyway, and when she took her to the house, and I had seen the dogs in passing, but you know I didn't really want to talk dogs. And when I got to the house and the dogs, I was like,
"You're an idiot." Let me tell you something else. I brought cornstarch home, trying to be a good little wife, I guess. He lived far. He lived in Atlanta. I lived in Dallas. So we went in Mississippi. Is that what you just said?
Jackson.
And he'd bring some dogs in and I'd take them home. Well, I got cornstarch. I went home and like bred them to my dog, Tony Montana.
Didn't even get a stud feed.
Natural tie. This was the first time this dog had ever got some in his whole fucking life. And then I had his daughter helping me. She was 10. I didn't think anything of it. And I took a picture of his dog tied up with my dog, sent it to him.
Cussed her ass out.
No, he didn't because he was still in his best behavior because we didn't even know each other like that. We were just
right. Yeah.
So
no, I said
he was like, I really didn't want my daughter to see all that. I was like, oh, he goes, and cornstarch, has never tied naturally. I'm like, well, he did today. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But it saved his fucking life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my dog's all tied naturally.
Yeah, coyote breed naturally too.
So the question was going to be, how do you guys pick what label to put on what dog? Is it?
Oh God, I have to fight with him because he's so annoying about it.
If she likes the dogs, she puts her name on
If
it.
they are not bulky, I'll go ahead and put my name on it.
If it looks like Rocky, that is yours.
I like Rocky Dumb. I do. He just,
Yeah, see,
he's cool, but he just, needs a little more bulldog look.
Rocky's a freak though.
And his brother looks like a giant English bulldog too, so we're hoping to pull some of that out.
I like giant bulldogs.
Rocky's got hams on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He jumps up and down all damn day on his damn dog house, literally all day long. Off on.
Rolls Royce does too.
Mm. Okay, so like the puppies in the box, are those gonna be BulkyBuilt or are they gonna be Saint Sinners?
Oh, definitely gonna be BulkyBuilt. Let me say. Okay, and so too, when I have Saint Sinners, it's dogs that he can't fucking stand. Why are they here? Oh, look at my kennel. It looks so stupid with your dogs right there.
The fluffy ones.
And then he gets mad if I put Saint Sinners
Let
on.
me get a 20-second timeout. Listen, I bullshit you out. There's a black dog outside.
Okay.
This dog can do no wrong. This motherfucker. Bah, 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 bah. So I'd be like, yo, get your goddamn dog. She barking all day. I don't hear anything. Bro, the only thing you hear, bah, bah, bah. People come to my house all the time. They be like, damn, what's wrong with her? I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't hear anything. There's not a dog barking.
It's my mom's.
It's her dog going ape shit all day long.
Just a neurotic bulldog.
She's a shredded
She's neurotic.
American looking oldie.
Yeah. I mean, she's not bad. Honestly, she's not. All you gotta do is feed her and she'll shut up.
Yeah, feed her.
But she acts like she's starving. She's one of them dogs. Yeah, I mean,
And you feed her double and you could still see every rib. I mean, she's just shredded.
Yeah.
Mm.
And she loves it.
So what do you guys feed?
I feed Black Gold Explorer. I don't feed nothing fancy.
I've seen that. Where is that at?
I get it at some old mom and pop shop here locally, but you can get it at Tractor Supply. The only thing is that Tractor Supply is like $51 a bag. I get it for like $37 a bag, I think.
Yeah.
You say Black Gold?
Say what?
Say
Texas.
Black Gold?
Yeah, Black Gold.
Never heard.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Well,
in the green.
What's the piece of advice for somebody going from a few dogs to possibly more than a few dogs?
Don't rush.
Yeah.
And make sure you have adequate, I wouldn't use the word space, adequate housing for the dogs, because there's nothing more annoying than playing musical dogs. I mean, we've all done it. Don't get me wrong. Like when we first moved here, we had like 20 dogs. Uh-oh.
That was amen from the back row.
All right. Sorry. No, musical dogs is not fun. Like, it is not fun. You have a lot of accidents that way. And especially, we'll just say you and your wife, you know, since she wants to chime in, you want to go on a date with your wife. That's what you do since you're a great husband, right? That's what we do.
Right.
Take her to a date. You come home, it's 11 o'clock. Who the hell wants to let dogs out at 11 o'clock at night? You want to go home. You want to go to bed. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
All right, she's here now. We can't talk about
Yeah.
So, but you know, doing musical dogs is, you know, it's not a fun thing. So,
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Look at your hair.
It's long, huh? I gotta cut it.
I had that same problem.
It's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Mine, I don't even barely brush it. Just
I'm gonna go black, like dark brown or black. I want my natural color.
it looks pretty like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, musical dogs no fun.
It's not.
So, like, I would tell people, if you want 10 dogs, that's not a problem. If you want 20 dogs, not a problem. Make sure you have like a kennel per dog at least, or a good housing, you know,
Facilities.
Yeah, just good facilities, because it just makes your life a lot easier with that many dogs. Because having that many dogs is not easy. You know what I mean? When you go over, you know, I think once you go over 10, it becomes like a chore.
A
You know,
big chore.
yeah. And so if you have a kennel per dog, it's okay. But when you have 4 kennels outside and you got 25 dogs and you got to play musical dogs, it ain't fun. You're constantly touching dogs constantly all day long. So you can't have a social
And
life.
they're rowdy because they've been locked up.
Yeah. So I would tell people, you know, don't be in a rush neither. You know what I mean? Don't have champagne dreams with beer nut money. You know what I mean?
My important thing about that is playtime and being out. That's my thing. I feel bad. So like our dogs, like I make sure they have out time, playtime constantly, because then I feel like they're in prison type of deal, you know. So I don't like
We say all day. Okay. He won't even want to give a dog a bone because they might choke. I'm like, well, if they're in solitary confinement, let them die playing with a damn kid.
Hey, I've been in solitary confinement. I know what it's like. So, okay, maybe, you know, at least they got somebody next to them that they can talk to.
Yeah.
But
My
yeah,
thing is,
I was more like that at the beginning where I'm like, oh, I have to walk everybody every day. And yeah, I was probably in better shape because I was trying to walk everybody every day. And it's just unrealistic for the amount of dogs that we have. And that's why he's still building play runs.
That's what I'm trying. So I'm trying to fence in the whole backyard, but then I'm trying to make it like what I just did the last week, I guess, is I stripped the whole backyard. I pushed all the kennels against the tree line. And
Can y'all see his face?
It doesn't matter. They can hear my voice.
Yeah,
Right?
I can see your face.
yeah.
So that way I can open the entire center and everybody can get out and play. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make it flat where there's no holes, where they don't blow knees or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Working at a vet, I'm telling you, I've seen some fucked up shit. So, you know, I try to make sure that there's no potholes in the backyard, so I don't have to do TPLO surgeries. I don't have to do, you know, hip surgeries. I don't have to do just random shit that costs a lot of money. If I can just prevent it by just, you know, setting up everything perfectly.
Yeah.
It's still going to happen. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean?
So your piece of advice for when you're starting is to invest in a setup.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's
That
important.
took you a long time to say.
Before you go and get
Some runs and some concrete pavers.
Yes, Samuel, for $200.
So what do you do? Obviously, having like a lot of dogs, when two males just won't get along, like besides separate them, like what do you do? Because like
Keep them separate.
that's it.
That's
You're doing the right thing, all right.
Exactly.
You can ask people in the shoe or solitary confinement how it feels to be locked up with a male for 24 hours a day. And I can guarantee after about 3 weeks, they're not friends anymore. So it's the same concept. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, they just get tired of each other and the testosterone kicks in. You know what I mean? So you just have to.
Females do it too, though.
Oh yeah.
They're not as bad though. They're not as bad in my opinion.
They can
Here,
get
I don't
bad.
have that bad. Normally, if I have two girls out, there's a boy out, and she keeps them in. He'll keep them in check.
That's what
She was really good at keeping all the dogs in check.
I got girls. And my brother has boys.
Terrible.
I need a big boy to just.
They can't even look at each other. We got two girls. That's it.
You
I
to
love
your
it.
corner. You to your corner.
We had to put something in the middle so they don't look at each other.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't even look at each other, or they just go off. Like that is ridiculous.
The one who has puppies, oh, she'll fuck a dog smooth up.
Mm.
So, like, even like right now, you remember I just told you musical dogs? My kids have 2 Pekingeses. I have them locked upstairs in the second floor so that there's no accidents. Like, if that Pekingese go in there, it ain't coming out.
Right.
So I want to make sure that don't happen, you know what I mean? Because they're my kids' dogs. I don't want to obviously make my kids upset. But, yeah, we have her. She's the only one, really. I don't really think there's any other.
Yeah, but she's in kennels, right? There's females on both sides of her. It's no big deal as long as you don't mess with her.
Yeah.
I have a question. I don't know if it's a personal question, but we don't have a lot of dogs. And to me, like going out, like I want a vacation. I want, because it's all good and dandy. I love dogs. I like caring for them. But if I'm not going to have my own family time, that's where I'm at right now. Like, I love dogs. I love caring for them. Everything. But if it's going to, like, when are you going to go out and have a vacation? You can't because you got all these dogs back there.
Yeah. It's definitely different.
I'm going to plead the fifth because I'm trying to help him.
Well, that's where I'm at because
ain't no helping me.
All right, so what we do, like when we go out of town, her mom will come in town and watch the dogs, or I'm right now. There's a young man around the corner. His dad breeds Cane Corsos. He's a good friend of mine, and he's going to start coming over on April 1st and probably come over every 2 to 3 weeks and just feed the dogs and clean the dogs. So when you go out of town, you have to have low expectations. You can't ask them to do everything you do. They're not going to walk every single dog for 45 minutes. You want them, basically what I tell people is, please let them be alive when I get home. I can fix everything else.
Right. I got that.
And I know that sounds cruel to someone like yourself who's like a real pet person, you know what I mean? But for me to have a vacation with my wife or my kids, like you said, I gotta be able to just. It takes about the third day I can finally relax, because then I'm so uptight about, is Rocky alive? Is he okay? Did he overheat? Yeah, and what we do is we normally take vacations in the cold, so I don't have to worry about the heat.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
See, that's good.
Or find another dog person in your area and y'all take turns.
Like I have Zach. Zach Davis lives about 40 minutes away, and I could have him come over and do the dogs. And like I've done dogs for him when he went to like his sister's wedding. He'd be like, "Hey, Chris, can you come over and let the dogs out for me?" I'm like, "All right, I got you." Or can you feed the dogs and make sure they got fresh water? I got you.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta accommodate.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it is hard, and you can't do like when you guys were single with no kids and no dogs. Oh, let's go to the Bahamas for the weekend. That doesn't exist. That don't exist.
Or like if I go to a show, I'm going alone, which sucks, So, or he barely will want to go anywhere, but it's better. I like it better together. So
yeah, like they want her to go to Romania. They want us to come to Romania and judge dogs together. That's amazing, but I only have 6 weeks to figure it out. That's not enough time because I got to fly my mother-in-law in or somebody to watch the kids, to take them to school and do the dogs. So that's a big task. So and then if you don't have any litters, you have to be careful. Like when you're going on vacation, you got to plan your litters accordingly. You can't
take care of puppies different.
Yeah. Like we can't go on vacation probably for the next 2 weeks because of these puppies. You know what I mean? Asking someone to stay up every 4 hours to make sure the puppies are okay, that's a little bit much to ask somebody.
Yeah.
So, we try to, like, we're planning a vacation right now. So we know, all right, we'll pay for the tickets, we'll pay for everything, and then be like, all right, if she comes in the heat within this 3 weeks, she doesn't get bred. Well, you got to skip them all. Because that way, when the time comes to go on vacation, I don't need to ask my mother-in-law to watch the dogs, the kids, and a litter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good
That's
answers.
good stuff.
My piece of advice would be when you're first starting, don't go in over your head, meaning don't grab any dog that you possibly can just to have more numbers, because you don't know the pros and the cons about all these dogs. You don't know how you want to breed. You don't even know what look you want yet. And that's how you end up with a bunch of random dogs like I had when I first got with him.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful making deals, because people will have too many dogs and they need to place them somewhere. So they'll find people that are looking for dogs, and you want to make sure that you guys have the same values. You care for dogs the same. You want to see what their setup is, and so that everybody has the same expectations. Like you don't want to make a deal with somebody who doesn't feed their dogs
or like the Cowboys, like the Cowboys, shit like that.
Yeah.
See that face? Like, I can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, people talk a good game on social media, but until you see the inside of their house or where they keep their dogs, in a shed, stuff like, you think that you think and believe that these people take care of the dogs the way you do.
Yeah, my dogs are probably better than we do.
Yeah, and then you'll find out that people, it's normal for them not to take care of their dogs. They don't even think anything of it. So
where's she go?
I don't know. I'm right here.
Oh, there's a dog in here, so I don't know where she's at now. But anyway.
Okay.
Thank you for answering the questions for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry
hard.
for getting you in trouble.
I stay in trouble. Yeah, I live in warm water, so the boil ain't that much change. You know what I mean?
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
I feel like he's on the other side of the room, just looking over at you instead of looking at us. Like,
the kitchen. Yeah.
Oh.
What else?
I live in the country. My Wi-Fi is trash, so I got to be in the same house with my brother. So, yeah.
That's why you're here for my Wi-Fi?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, tell him to get a Starlink.
That's what we had to get out here.
Yeah.
How far out of town are you guys?
All right, so
Walmart. Let's do that.
The closest Walmart's about 35 minutes away. Yeah. So there's a town that's maybe like 15 minutes away, but
is dead.
Yeah,
Just
there's
ghost
one. There's
country.
one traffic light, and there's a Hardee's. That's about it, bro.
Carl's Jr. Nice.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all we got, baby. That's all we got. You can go to the Crew station. You can.
Crew station is probably the best place in Crew. It's a gas station that has Subway, Arby's, and Pizza Hut.
That's all you got, baby. That's it.
All one-stop shop, huh?
Yeah. So, but if you want to go to like what we would consider a town where you can get something like Wingstop or a YMCA or something like that, you're about 35 minutes away. Well, it's a little bit of a culture shock. We bought this house sight unseen. We didn't come out here. We came out
That's
here.
the stuff I would do. I'm that kind of retard.
Listen, we bought the house. We didn't even go through it. We signed the papers. They gave us the keys.
Like I said, we got
We
married.
did the
We
address.
didn't even know each other when we got married. We were like, all right.
They gave us the address. We had to put it in our phone and find it. We had never been here. So that's, I mean, we probably did the same thing everybody that, you know, I mean, not everybody. We just put in some criterias of what we were looking for, how many bedrooms, how much square foot, how much land. That was basically all we did. And then the dog laws are very strict, and we narrowed it down to like 4. We were some Arkansas, and we narrowed it down to like.
Arkansas is pretty much wide open.
Yeah, so is Arkansas is wide open, Ohio's wide open, and the area we are in Virginia is wide open.
That's the answer to the question I asked. I asked Tony, "What's in the water in Ohio? Why are so many kennels there?"
It's wide open. It's wide open.
Okay.
Yeah. They have their rules. There isn't like a number like in Texas. If you live in the country, I believe it was 12 intact females without a kennel license. I think that's the rules.
It's a lot of dogs still, though.
Yeah, but you can have 15 males. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You can only have, I think it was 12 intact females without a kennel license. And they don't do like kennel license. You got to go USDA in Texas, which is not easy. You know what I mean? You can't have any wood. You can't have any like your plastic houses have to be brand new. You can't have any cobwebs, shit like that. It was really fucking strict. So I was like, okay, we're stopping at 12 females.
Where we live, you got to be outside of city limits. Inside of city limits, you're gonna have 4 dogs total.
Yeah. See, that's what it was like in Michigan. We were looking at Michigan because her sister lives there and her oldest son lives there. And we found like the perfect house. It was everything we wanted. And it was on like 11 acres. The next door neighbor was basically a dump that shut down 52 years ago, but they can't build on it for like another 125 years or some shit like that. So it was like a dead end. Like
you're treasure digging for the doggies, huh?
And the only thing we were allowed to have was 3 dogs.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense. And then we found the kennel, and we were going to assume his kennel license, but then I had to go to town hall, and it was just too much. Hell no, fuck them dogs.
He went to town hall, but they
were
not having it.
Yeah. So, and it was like, all right, well, Michigan was a bust.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad this house was super cool. We were fortunate to get it. And it's pretty dope. But yeah, I just put in crazy shit in Zillow, like so many square feet, so many acres, just things I thought I could never get, especially not in Texas. And like some in Louisiana, like there's like mansions in Louisiana that are affordable, and they had no yard, but they were still dope. And
that's sloppier and hotter probably than Texas, though. That's
it was really humid. But that was the other thing that we wanted a certain temperature, stuff like that. And like I said, it came down to like Ohio, Michigan, West Virginia. It was some Tennessee. It was like 1 or 2 in Arkansas, and then Virginia. And then she was like, I'm not living in West Virginia. So West Virginia was out. You know what I mean?
30 miles away?
No, it's pretty far. West Virginia.
Like 7 hours.
It's like 5 hours.
Okay.
7.
It's like 5. So
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
My next thing I'm planning, looking to do is getting the progesterone machine. What's the one to get, or what's?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest. A lot right now, they're kind of like switching, or they have they're getting to the new model of the toast. I mean, what's it called? What's the one we have upstairs?
Wanfo.
The Wanfo. Mm-hmm. I would tell people, look, let's be honest. You get a refurbished one right about now for about $1,200. That's the way to go. That's what I would tell people.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Instead of buying, I don't use the whole shit that they send me. I use serum separators, and I use a regular centrifuge. I don't do the micro. That's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. See, I used to work in a lab, so I can do all that stuff.
Yeah. You don't
So
want
you'll
to-
like it better. Like serum separators, you'll like better instead of them micro little half a cc. They always turns into jelly anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to keep putting the shit in the freezer and shaking it back up, put it in the freezer, shaking it back up. Let me just get 3 whole cc's, put it in a serum separator, and we're off to the races.
Yeah, he draws so much blood every time. You don't. Not necessary.
I've seen you and Breeders Hacks talking about freezing plasma. Do you do that?
No, I don't. He can. I don't know if he does. I mean, I use it. You can use serum. Serum's really good for like ulcerated eyes, eye injuries. You can use it like right now we have puppies. You can use serum to coat their stomach instead of colostrum. I mean, there's a little things that you can use for it, but no, I don't freeze it. He was doing that for something else. He was sending it to a lab so they could test it.
Yeah, I'm a nerd, so all that stuff gets my little gears turned.
Yeah, he's a big time nerd too. That's my guy. I love Angel, man. That's my man. He's actually coming here to do a bunch of they're gonna podcast and shoot because I haven't done Breeders
Hacks or Chronicles.
You haven't done it in a while, buddy. You haven't done it in a while.
Yeah,
I'm running down some watching work. I gotta actually do my job.
Bro, listen, like he's gonna come and we're gonna freeze semen. I got a tank underneath. Look, we have a tank and it's underneath the steps. Still in the box. It's still in the box. But that's what we're gonna start doing. I'm gonna freeze a bunch of the dogs outside. I'm gonna freeze Rocky. I'm gonna freeze Eeyore. I'm gonna freeze Rolls Royce, and we're just gonna do that kind of stuff. You know, like you said, we're just gonna nerd out. You know what I mean, and have a good time. Like he's like me. He likes medicine. He likes learning. But
he likes social media and cameras, and Chris doesn't.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried about it since we have a little more comfortability now. I'll say it. I told my brother, I said, I'm gonna get Chris and Gina. I said, but so I'm kind of worried Chris might be like come across a little disinterested. So I'm like, no, like
sometimes he's like that. Oh God.
It's all good though. It's you know what I mean?
I took a gummy.
Did you?
Yesterday. I mean, like really late yesterday. No, I mean I'm not.
He's
well, it's not that like
he takes his gummy.
Well, no, it's not that. I just have I have a lot of people texting me trying to get stuff from me like medicine and stuff like that, or they want medicine answers. But like we had a C-section, I had 4 other surgeries. You know what I mean? So like I have 2 kids that play baseball and softball. The only reason
thank God their practice
it rained
today.
Yeah, it rained today.
We would have been dying.
You know what I mean? And it's not personal for me. Like by the time it's probably 11 o'clock and I have to be at work at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I have to get up at like 4:40 to be at work on time. So
no, I get it. I just, you know, yeah.
And I'm not really a big social media person because she'll tell you like, I don't really pay attention to the comments and I suffer from dyslexia really bad. So I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody. I'm just not like, because what's in here, well, you can't see it. What's in here and when I'm typing, shit, it ain't the same. I'm telling you, I'll be mad as hell. Like, fuck you, motherfucker. And let me just chill out. Never mind. It's not worth it.
Right.
I'm the same way. That's tight. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's not even worth the effort. This is like, man,
and in time, you stop seeking approval and acceptance from people who ain't got shit else to do but talk shit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you never see me in drama anywhere. Like, I never, even when they talking bad, I don't never defend myself. Like, I don't feel a need to. I let the dogs talk. And in the end, you know, my thing is, let's go dog for dog. Let's talk that way.
Yeah.
I'll put up a dog. You put up a dog. You put up one.
People that need an explanation don't deserve it. And the people that deserve it don't need it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah. So, like I said, I appreciate you guys doing this. It was a good time. And
next time, bring more breeds.
More, yeah.
AKC quiz.
All right, we will.
Because I know a lot, but man, those were hard.
Why would he pick the easy ones? Oh, what's this? A Bichon?
We got Dutch Shepherd though.
Yeah, barely we got him though.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate it, and
anytime.
I look forward to doing it again at some point. And
yeah, there's so much to talk about. That's why even doing podcasts or making posts, it's like, where do you start? So if you want to do stuff like this,
I would tell
you organize and think of the questions.
I'll tell you a little tidbit like that Angel does. What, bro?
The people, Chris's phone blows up.
So the thing is I'll tell you what, Angel. I'm good friends with Angel, and I'm also really good friends with Trevor, and both of them have really good social media followings. And what you're doing once a week, a scripted time, it is the key to success. They both tell me that, and both of them, Trevor has over 2 million followers on all his platforms together, and the thing is it's the same thing almost all the time. You know what I mean?
You don't have to go on NWA Connie Corso, Chris.
$50.
No, man, you ain't gotta pay me. Angel just mentioned it to me the other day. He did say something to me. It was a Doberman guy and a Connie Corso guy.
Hey, real talk, without Joe from NWA Connie Corsos, I wouldn't know what this platform that we're using. He's the one that told me about it. He has a lot of good content. Yeah, he asks better questions than I do.
Well, you know what though? The thing is that your questions are personable, and that's what it's respectable. When some of the other fucking interviews we do, they'll ask, "So, what's an F1?" Come on, bro. We're really gonna go back here, man. And this was to me one of the funner ones that I've done because it wasn't almost scripted. And even like I told you earlier this week, listen, you can ask me anything. Like you can ask me, "Do you like your firstborn son?" No, he's a pain in my ass. But you know what I mean? Like she'll tell you, I'll tell you the truth. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm not gonna try to appease the masses. That's just not who I am. And you seem like that type too. And for that, it is a commendable gesture. You know what I mean? And if you keep it up, you will grow this platform. And I'm telling you, like coming from what me and Angel done, even in those I don't know, I think we did. I mean, I've gotten some, listen, I'm not going to act like they were some huge checks. Don't get me wrong. We got some, YouTube checks out. Yeah, we got some YouTube checks. She didn't know, I guess.
Wow.
Lunch was on me that day, I guess. The thing is if you just stay.
I haven't even set none of that up. I haven't, you know what I mean? That was the furthest thing from my mind.
So like, for an example, the thing is what this does for people. This is the thing that I actually like. She will tell you, I do like social media for this thing. I have no problems connecting you with Angel. You know what I mean? And he will tell you how to do it. He's done it all. You know what I mean? I'll ask him, can I give him your cell phone number? And he'll say yes or no. If not, I'll tell you, hey, this dude's going to inbox you. Answer it for me, please. And he'll answer you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think social media is a valuable asset for us to be able to communicate with each other in growing our platforms.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, when I graduated high school, we didn't even have MySpace. So
Me neither.
Yeah.
2001.
You graduated when?
2001.
Yeah, I was in the 90s. So
I think I graduated in 2000.
yeah, I was in the 90s. So anyway,
Same, we're not that far apart.
I remember that we didn't have a cell phone. Like now, my daughter's 8 years old and she has her own cell phone. You see what I'm saying? So, the things that people don't understand, we can help each other with, and I think that's the positive note of social media. The negative note is that someone like your brother, we'll just take Samuel. Nothing against you. He's younger than you, obviously, because he's your little brother. But he was probably born with an Apple phone in his hand. You know what I mean? Not hypothetically, but you understand what I mean.
Yeah. I guess.
N64.
Mine, our very first thing was better than the damn flip. You had that big ass Nokia brick.
That with the snake game. That was my first cell phone.
Yeah. So,
bro, I had a pager in 6th grade. What you talking about?
My man. And you probably was getting 831s from all the ladies, right? But so the thing is with the younger crowd, they can teach us things. And that is what I'm extremely thankful for when it comes to Trevor and Angel. She'll tell you they are on my ass almost once a week. Like, come on, Chris, we got to do this.
So much that they're coming.
Like, so, yeah,
They're just coming.
They just say, "Hey, we'll be there on the 26th." Like, oh, okay, sure. But you know, I had to take off from work. Like I made sure that I was off work on the 25th and the 26th because they're coming in on 25th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's not personal to me, but it is. You know, this kind of platform is dope because you're giving people a chance to connect with each other.
Yeah.
And that is commendable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's my intention is just to give oldies somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Brandon did it for a while, but you know, life caught up with Brandon too. You know what I mean? He's got quite a few kids.
He's talking about
bodybuilders.
Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a good friend of mine. He did a show. I think he did like 4 episodes and poof, he tapped out
on Apple.
Yeah, on the audio podcast though.
Yeah. But like for an example, like for Sandra, which is Angel's wife, she did ours in Spanish.
Ooh.
Yeah, she took our episode.
Telemundo.
Yeah, Telemundo.
I like it.
Oh,
but you know what I mean?
You guys are dropping all the Espanol tonight.
So the cool part is, so if you get a check
poquito.
from English, you'll get a check from the Spanish side too. So it helps. You know what I mean? You know, somebody like Trevor, he probably makes about $10,000 to $15,000 a month off of social media.
Yeah.
I mean, Angel makes a good chunk of change too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So social media, it does pay. You know what I mean? I suck at it.
I still pay to use it.
Yeah.
I pay to advertise.
Yeah.
But something like this is good for you because, you know, when you have puppies, you got people paying attention to you already. You know,
yeah, but I don't want to use this to peddle puppies. I don't want to do that.
You don't have to because you will have your own lane.
Right.
So when you have puppies, people will already know.
1,000%. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're using what you've learned prior to having the puppy. And that's the smart way of doing it. Not having 10 puppies and then trying to peddle them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And not getting a bunch of dogs too quick. Now I got my girls.
Everybody does that. I mean, it's hard.
I got my girls, and I'm at just the point of keeping puppies to build it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I do it.
Yeah. Use studs if you need to use a stud. Keep your best puppy and go from there.
And make sure you see the dog before you use it.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to make a trip to Virginia.
I mean, it's not even that. Like, I mean, you're more than welcome to come. But you know, I've seen dogs in pictures, and when I see them in person, I'll be like, "Hey, who's that? Oh, that's so and so." Like, nice dog. You know, I'll never shit on a dog. You know what I mean? But you know, when I see him in person, I was expecting at least an 85-pound dog, and then in person, he's like 60 pounds. And it's like, damn, he's a nice dog, but I wanted more dog.
Yeah.
You know, because there's not a male here under 90 pounds.
Yeah. See, my intention is to, like, I have what I call, okay. Do we ever get to a point where they separate the classes, or they separate the oldies?
We've been talking about it for years. She's been mentioning it for years.
Who's they?
Like,
who do you want to separate it?
Oh.
We talked about it last week with Tony.
No, I know, but who's they, like in the show ring?
And a couple times I was like, what was that thing I was gonna ask? It was that.
The registry.
Well, she had mentioned it a long time ago, and we mentioned it to the ABKC before, and they're like, well, there's not enough dogs turning out to even split it.
One oldie comes.
Well, I mean, the max
by itself already,
yeah.
He's already separated. You know what I mean? There's no point in separating them. And a lot of people will tell you, if you separate it, will come.
Will you though? Yeah.
Will you though? You know what I mean? So you have to look at it from their perspective. To add a dog to a show, you got to pay each individual judge to add that breed. Then you have to pay you got to at least buy a ribbon for each category. Best male, best female, best, best 6 to 9 month, best 9 to 12 months. That shit adds up. So each breed costs the show host at the bare minimum, it costs the show host about $250 to add your breed, because you got to buy ribbons, because I don't know if you're going to bring a 6 to 9 month or you're going to bring 15 dogs.
9 months.
But you see what I'm saying? I don't know what you're going to bring. So now I got to buy a first, second, and third place for
every age
and in both sexes. So now I'm out. You're out like $100 in ribbons, and you don't even use them. And then you buy a trophy, even if it's like a $85 trophy, and then I have to buy that for one show, and I have to pay the judge. Each registry is different. I can tell you, I mean, ABKC, I can tell you what it is. It's $25 every additional breed. So now you're out at least $150 to $200, and that's only one show. You got 4 shows in a weekend.
Breed theology in this one, huh? You can't. If you build it, they'll come. That ain't gonna do it. They gotta come and build it.
It can. Like, so when we had the Beast of the East, which is something else to talk about because we're trying to make it happen in November, and I have a meeting. We have a meeting with somebody next week too to see if we can get the venue locked in. But
we're coming.
In that case, a lot more oldies did show up.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, if you build it, they will come. And when we do something like that, we could split the categories. We can make a whatever we want because it's for fun, right? And there might be the confirmation shows that are like ABKC sanctioned. So that'll be happening at the same time we're having an oldie special, maybe, you know, some stuff like that. I think you got to make it exciting though, because like let's just say these confirmation shows are not really where it's at for everybody. So
I'm sorry, I'm tired.
The confirmation shows, you know,
good. Otherwise, I'd be there too.
We don't even want to go half the time, you know. So, or I want to go, or I feel like we need to represent the breed or whatever. But it is a pain, and it can be political, and so it's all a pain in the ass. So I understand that a lot of people don't want to come, but we can definitely do like some kind of oldie specialty stuff. Not just me, everybody, you know. Yeah, and I always call like, oh, that dog's a classic. Oh, that dog's a sporty, you know, and a standard and a pocket and a monster.
Yeah.
There's no, you know, I guess as a community we can come up with official terms.
Okay. Well, like I said, I don't want to keep y'all no more. It's been 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Has it?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Oh, well, I just want to say real quick, like on my website, I do describe our dogs, and I am going to start categorizing my dogs on there as a pocket or a standard, you know. So, I mean, and everybody can start doing that too.
This dog's trying to get on my, I don't know what she's trying to do, get on my lap or something.
Yeah.
80-pound dog wanting to sit on my lap.
Right now I got pockets, but we're gonna probably one more generation, and then I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean those are cool too.
Oh, we've had small dogs. We got some small dogs outside.
Yeah, I really like your guys' boy Boom Boom.
Yeah,
he's big though.
That's what. But out of the dogs that I've seen, that's the one that like.
And he's like 115 pounds.
Yeah.
He's big. Oh, he's big.
He'll be there, right?
I can go get him. Yeah, I'll bring him to the Beast of the East next year.
Yeah, Beast of the East. You going, Samuel?
Yeah. We're good.
Let us know when you get the dates locked in. Put it out there early so we can.
Yeah, I'm looking for November.
Hey, Samuel, can I have $1 million?
I got you. Don't trip. I'll cash out you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Give me your cash app.
All right, cool. I'm gonna be zero on my side.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. And
thank you.
All right.
All right.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Adios. I don't know what to do.